What's up, guys? It's Chris here, also known as A Pink. Today we're doing the NSX Monday Championship. I am here racing under the LSI Racing Team over on the RCI's Championship. So right now, you see in the background, I'm changing my settings, getting everything set up for this amazing race. Really fun race, really taught me some more. In the background, you're gonna hear my race engineer, Aaron. He's also the team owner of LSI. So he's gonna be my race engineer for today. I'm gonna be driving. Guys, trust me, this driving is not the best at all. Do not judge me on my skills of driving. I'm still trying to get better, get more consistent. But I really hope you guys enjoy this. Smash the like button, subscribe if you want to see more. There will be more, and I will be trying my best to make these videos better. I kind of lost the replays, so all you're going to see is from my perspective, all the crashes, all the driving. So let's have fun, let's get out there. Peace. So, this is me again. Welcome. So this is post-commentary, as I said in the intro. Right now, before all this started, I was praying to myself while Aaron was talking to me this whole time, getting me all set up and everything, and I was just praying that I didn't cause someone a wreck. So right now, we're going on to engine map 7 for the pace lap. Oh, before I forget, I will mention that I am using Track IR, but this is a homemade set. If you guys really want to, I can post the link. So let me know down in the comments if you guys would like to know about what it is, but essentially it's Track IR 5. So during the pace lap, completely effed up, but no worries. We're gonna do what we need to do. We did lose by one position on this pace lap, so we started 31st, even though we were supposed to be 30th. But that's fine. We're gonna cut over to the start of the race, because the start of this race is gonna be pretty hectic and it's fun. So let's cut over to that.
Green light, go, go, go.
So guys, please don't blame me for my idiot mistake. I wasn't sure what I was really expecting there. To be honest, I thought they were just gonna be trailing. I did not see the crash in front of me at all. And I'm still trying to get used to the car here. We just put a brand new setup, was not used to it. I was just making mistakes after mistakes. Just mistakes after mistakes. Currently, we are last in this beautiful race at Suzuka, but we just gained a position, one down. Over into this quick chicane. I did notice I was a little bit faster than everyone, but also I wasn't sure of everyone's pace here, so I'm taking it slow, seeing how everyone else drives, so I can make the moves where I need to. I was like, I'm just gonna take a cheeky look in the inside. It worked out somehow. He started pulling for me, but This corner right here, I have mistakes after mistakes here. I really do not know how to take that too well. Probably my worst corner in this whole track is just going through that one section. This is my first time driving this Honda. So first time, no practice at all. But I was driving it as if I knew
Car on the left.
how this car handled, and I did not. But I knew it couldn't be any harder than the Audi, because that's what I mainly drive on ACC. That car did not see them. Would have straight up plowed into that guy, but we managed to survive. Right here, I didn't want to dive bomb them. Didn't want to be too aggressive. Wanted to relax, take it cool. And cool we did.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Another thing I want to point out is I forgot to change my tire set at the beginning of the race where we were on the setup screen. So right now I am driving on my qualifying tires. We did 3 laps of qualifying. I invalidated my lap 3 times. All due to my own stupid mistakes. But all 2 times I invalidated my lap right here. It's a very nice, sexy corner right here. So I deeply apologize if I butchered these names. But Ireland and LaBlanche currently firing right in front of us. Ireland goes to the left, trying to make space for LaBlanche. They come really close. LaBlanche kind of like gives it to Ireland, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna stay here," and then backs out of the position, which
Clear on the left.
makes no sense now watching it, but I don't know, things happen. So we just gained 3 positions in that 130 car, and now we're trying to catch up to whoever's in front of us. I think it's Cross who's all the way in front of us now.
But I'm making the process so far.
So I just changed out of engine map 7 because I forgot to engine map 1, and now we're just gaining speed. So
Can you put it back up to 1? Cool.
so we're entering my favorite corner here,
Watch out.
and yellow flag. This yellow car, number 48, is going to be a pain in my butt. But right now we don't know that. We're just catching up to Cross like it's no tomorrow. We got Nagy up ahead in front of Cross. And this is where we kind of realize we're a little bit faster than them. Cross is pretty fast, but Nagy is not, because Cross caught up to him pretty quickly. And we're trying our best to get a good corner exit, which we don't. We are absolute
Alright, you have to be
trash at
careful
this
with that
corner.
track limit there. Don't wanna get too many
With
of
that
them.
whole corner. But
Slow car.
see, I'm getting a little bit braver on 130R. I'm just too afraid right now. I don't get any braver, just so you guys know. Right now we're on the back of Cross. Just going
Went
back up
slightly earlier, now
a little
these guys
bit.
are ahead of you, just be cautious. You are a lot quicker.
Right now my main thought process is, how am I going to get around these 2 people?
Well done, mate.
What
That's the
corner am I faster than Cross at? Or can I use Cross to slingshot myself to get to Nagy and somehow pass the both of them in one corner? if you look at the relative down below, you can see that number 48 has caught up to us. He's now 0.5 behind us. And the battle between us gets really interesting. Right now,
You're fine.
we're just trying to take our time, trying to be consistent. We're obviously being slowed down by Cross and Nagy in the battle up ahead.
To focus on is
But I'm here focusing about how can I pass this of my own driving. I actually have no regard that
try and force
behind
them
me
ahead into a
is
mistake
number
and
48.
make sure the guy behind doesn't pass you. He's close and he could go for a dive bomb. He's confident.
At this point, this is when I realized that, oh, the person we passed caught up to me. Because I'm going that slow because of this battle in front of me, and I mess up right here.
Alright, just let him pass. Just let him pass.
Car on the left.
Don't slow down. Just let him cruise past.
Clear on the left. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Right, try and follow this guy because he's pretty quick. We think.
So, this is where Aaron tells me to follow him, and then clearly right there you guys see desync.
No, I missed that. Sorry. There's
So
a big bit of lag.
there's a bit of desync going on right now. Because the way Aaron's seeing this is I am live streaming it to him via Discord, while I'm also recording it while also playing it. So my graphics card was cooking. While my graphics card was cooking, so was my CPU. I had Discord running on the CPU, so I didn't use any graphics, my graphics card. Then I had the game and the recording running off of the graphics card.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a tedious strain, but my computer really handled it pretty well. I'm quite impressed how well it handled. Oh wow, while I'm talking, we're making mistakes over on the road. But
You need to be careful on the track limits so we don't get a drive through.
so far we're just following at this point. So we're just gonna I'm gonna be quiet now. We're gonna watch this lap unfold.
We want to try and follow this yellow car because he seems quick and we can try and get two overtakes. Yeah, follow each other. Careful on track limit here. Don't extend too much. Good job. Yeah, that's a glitch then. It's definitely not track limit.
So I've gone into the chicane right here, and you see we kind of drew a bit of desync. So I'm just gonna keep going just in case something happens, and boom, they pop right in front of me. So cause nothing, no harm, no foul. So now we're following number 48, seeing if I could probably stick my nose.
Clear on the left.
And I'm unsure what happened there, if I touched him at all or what.
That was cheeky,
But-
good job.
You hear Aaron saying that's cheesy. But yeah, my thought process on that, I didn't think I was gonna hit him, and it didn't feel like I hit him, so I just kept on going on.
Car on the left.
Here's Cross.
Clear on the
We're
left.
gonna overtake him from the outside. Dang, we got some mad skills, guys. But back in the background, 48 also got Cross from me taking the outside line on Cross. So now it's just me and Nagy.
Alright, can you...
Nagy going on a defending line for some reason, unsure why,
Car on the right.
and
Clear on the right.
we get him in the chicane. this right here, we did apologize to Nagy afterwards.
Clear on the left.
Engine map 3.
I did assume that I did tail whip him, so I apologized to him after the race. He said it was all Gucci, so sorry, Nagy.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
And at this point
Yellow
right
flag,
here,
watch out in front.
we're
Slow car
unsure
ahead.
of what's gonna happen now. We're just trying to keep everyone who we've passed behind us.
Slow car ahead.
And we're about to take 130R at the best corner in this whole track. I know I could take it way faster than that, but I'm just too afraid. We gain 1 position from that. Thank you guys for waiting. And we're on the hunt again.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
As you guys just saw, that was not my proudest moment. I legit cracked under the pressure. I cracked so hard you can see some skin under my arm. But now, we're just gonna let 48 pull away. But he's so slow in certain areas. Like there he could go way faster, but then I also did learn from that I should be taking it way slower.
Make sure you're in the engine map 1.
We go back to engine map 1 from coming from 3. So we're trying to save some fuel here a little bit. We're just taking a break, letting our engine cool, you know?
Engine map 3 is just a little bit more aggressive, so we wanted to make that overtake and it works a good job.
And then I think we move right back up to engine map 3 if I'm not mistaken, or we stay at 1. This is where I realized that my car is faster in a straight line. And so we overtake him again, almost completely overshooting that apex. But we overtake him again, and now we're trying to defend for our lives again.
Okay.
At this point, I kind of realized further into the race, I should have just let him go. And we should have just followed him down. But we'll see what happens from here. So at this point, as you can see, I'm slowly losing number 48. He's pulling away from me. I'm not being really consistent at this point of the race. And we are losing ground. My last lap was a 2:05. This lap is probably going to be a 2:06, 2:07. I'm starting to feel the tire wear on my tires that I used for qualifying. So this is going to be an interesting point at this time of the race. I'm trying to push for places that I normally don't push to try to gain time on him, but I just need to be more consistent. Consistency is the key. So, and I can't do that with me trying to find time in corners where I normally do not find time in. So
just take it slow on entry. DRSs, don't ride the curb too much, and then focus on a good exit. That will gain you more time, believe me.
So now going on to lap 20, guys.
Don't worry about him.
It's been a couple laps. We lapped a bunch of people in the pits. I'm assuming those people had either low fuel, tires, whatever. But right now we got Sikorio. I'm gonna name him White Car. This guy did such a dumb move in this corner.
What an idiot. What an idiot. Who was that?
I don't even know why he would have went in that corner. He should have just waited onto the straight, because he easily could have taken me on the straight. But due to that whole issue, now we got full-on damage on our car. Well, not really, but now the back end's way slippier than it was.
That's fine, that's fine.
I can easily tell there's corners that I could have taken that are not easy. Well, I can't take that as easy, just like that. There's grip in the rear end that I'm missing a little bit, and the car it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at all.
Yeah,
So right now I'm just trying to gain my bearings with the car, because it really doesn't feel the same after that spin. As you can see, I'm even taking my worst corner even way more. Like, it's so much more difficult to drive now. I don't know if it's because he bent my wing or bent one of the arrow, my downforce, the arrow in the back, but it's so much harder. As you can see here, I completely lose it, which is crazy. And it made no sense, because I took 130R the same way every single lap. So right now I'm bringing pressures up by 2 on each tire, because the tires were a little bit cold, fixing the problem that we had. And we add 9 liters of fuel into the car as well. As you can see, Cross is in front of us. Cross has managed to get right in front of us because of that whole incident. We left him in the dust back in lap 12, 13. So this moment was really unfortunate for us. But amazing pit stop. May have been slow, but at least we didn't waste 5 seconds. We went straight up, which was good. But this pit stop sucked. It took forever. We'll get back on the end of the pit stop and do our recovery drive. Just like that, we're back on the road. So, coming out of the pits, we know we have raw scam that we have to overtake. He's currently P8.
Down by the fuel gauge, does that say 20 now?
And right now Aaron is actually trying to calculate what engine map we should be on, because one, we added 9 more liters of fuel to our 120 liters of fuel. So we ended up having 5 extra laps of fuel toward the end of the race. But right now, we're just trying to warm up these tires. The track's super slippery, but you can see already, Roscan's already in the battle with P9. So they're already in an intense battle, so his tires are going to be hella cold, and if he can keep Koski within his sights within a second, he could easily overtake him and continue moving on with his battles. Further up ahead of them, I have Robertson, and so
Car on the right. Clear
we
on the right.
have that
Faster car
for
behind
us.
They are.
And there's Koski. Koski got pushed off track, I think, by Roscan, or he tried to dive bomb and braked too late.
you. Slow car ahead.
But he definitely has damage now,
Yellow flag
and
ahead. Watch out in
He
front.
has got damage,
yeah, as Aaron just said.
so just be careful.
So right now, my main goal is trying to get past him, and
Yellow flag
I was attempting to have a great exit here to just pass him on the straight. Well, that completely failed. So we're gonna try to take him up on the chicane after 130R.
How many liters we actually have left? The top button. Okay.
And we were too far back to take him there.
Faster cars
But we did have a better exit than he did onto the straight, start-finish straight. So we're just going to stay in his draft, see if we can close the gap on him. But we're going to take it slow. We looked to see if we could take it by the outside. Lost a little, letting Socorro, Sitsuko, person who spun us out, guys, the white car. Let's spun us out in this exact corner. I almost did the same exact thing to Koski here, which really caught me off guard. I was really expecting someone to go off track, so I knew that if I could stay with Sicadio, car number 882 or 842, can't really see it, but if we could stick with him, we should be good. But so far, we obviously have the pace. Roscan is already 7.6 seconds ahead, and that means Robertson, who is in front of us, is pretty far ahead as well. So at this point, we are just following these P9 and P10. Hopefully, one of these guys wreck each other. There goes Suzuka around Koski. So once again, trying to get a good exit, failed miserably, got on the throttle way too early there. And we'll see. We just moved up to engine map 4, which is even more aggressive than engine map 3. Way different throttle fuel. It's like, even though it's progressive, it's not progressive at the same time. There we go, we got him on the chicane because of his mistakes. So we get in front of him. We're obviously faster through the engine map 4.
Stay ahead.
Let's see what lap times it could do with this. With engine map 4, the car was just, oh my god, it felt so good because now I had the speed, but it was really not the good. It wasn't a good engine map for what my setup was. My setup could not handle an engine map that aggressive. Definitely should have increased my wings to get a little bit more downforce on the car, but also change the differential and roll bars, because I think that they're currently set at 2-3. Definitely should have made it a little bit more oversteery than understeery, because this car was super understeery. There's corners
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
feel like I could have taken way tighter,
It
but I couldn't.
doesn't mean it's
Fast
gain time,
sections, I
it's
definitely
it's
could have
whether
taken
you
way
get
faster,
too
but I
many
couldn't.
gain times. So that's our second
Um,
warning. We've got one more until we get a drive through, so no more.
So right now we're just trying to set up that consistency that
Yeah, yeah.
we were lacking. So now we're just trying to drive fast, see where it can get us. Robertson's also pulling away because now Roskin's 9.5 seconds ahead. So will we ever catch Robertson? Probably not, but we have 22 minutes left in the race. Lap 23. Let's see if we can do it.
Car on the right.
Personal best is lap
Clear on the right.
a whole second quicker.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
We also just set our personal best lap in this race. We managed to be the 7th fastest car, and due to that lap time. Now, can we keep and stick with that lap time? Obviously not, because we are messing up Sector 1 hardcore. But we know we have the pace to catch up to a lot of these guys. Now let's use that pace to get some positions.
Alright, could you tell me how many litres
on the
we
right.
have left?
Clear on the right.
When you can. Only one major mistake.
Slow
One
car
crash
ahead.
which wasn't our fault. I'm really this is a good job from you. You should be happy with yourself so far. Good. It is the most aggressive.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Slow car ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is new lap, new me. We've gained 2 positions so far, and there's 2 more in front of us. We got Cross again. Oh, Cross, you and I were meant to be. Once again, we got Nagy in front of us.
Car on the right.
Hope you guys
Clear on
liked
the
those
right.
last 2 passes. Amazing. But these 2 have been going at it for the past 5 laps.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
They're doing 2:10s, and my last lap was a 2:06. Over the past couple laps, I realized I was catching these guys a second, 1.5 to 2 seconds per lap until I got to them at this point. This is not the final lap, I do
Car
not
on the left.
think, but we're trying to make moves where we can. Obviously his car is pretty
Car on the
dirty,
right.
so it's
Clear on the
probably damaged a little bit in the back. And there's Owen right in front of him. This is the first time I've seen Owen.
Car on the right.
I don't know
Clear on the
if
right.
he was being inconsistent or what. Lost it in the back
Car on
end
the
trying
right.
to be
Clear on the right.
aggressive.
You're fine. They are dirty drivers.
But
Just gotta make sure you get a good exit.
completely ruined my
They're gonna
rear
probably
tires
take each
there.
other out, so
obviously should have just waited, not attack there, but not knowing that this wasn't the final lap kind of screwed me. I was pushing as hard as I could. Boom, they both made mistakes there. We took advantage of it, stayed on track. We gained a position.
Race finished.
Now we are on Owen's tail, somewhat. Glad we got cross. Surprise lap. Was not aware that this was going to be the final lap. And
Car on the left.
I tried taking him on the place that I was the strongest, which was Sector 1. Obviously, was not the
Car on the
move.
right. Clear on the right.
Tried going on the outside, trying to go on the inside. Could not. Messed up. Now I got cross behind me, and I got 2 cars in front of me. So Owen trying to get out of the way, he spins. I slam straight into him, trying to avoid him. That was my mistake. Gain a position, lost the position. So now we're on the tail of cross. Here we go. We take that chicane pretty well. We get a pretty planted run on here. Cross obviously got a better one. We try to dive into the inside. Failed miserably
You
there.
can get this guy, just don't be greedy.
And
Get a nice exit.
there goes Aaron telling me not to be greedy. But we're not gonna listen to him and be completely greedy.
Yeah, focus on yourself.
But I knew he messed up over in this section right here, so I was like, let me just take him from this curve, not get on the throttle too early, and he oversteers. Oversteers right into me. I crash into him. Horrible start, horrible ending to a race right there. We were pretty sure that from when we watched the footage that he started to
I was swearing I
was starting to spin, and I just helped him spin the rest of the way. So I can't really say it was our fault, but
he's just cutting you
this
off.
was an interesting race. But this is the end, final lap, and we got P18 going from P31
Well done,
because of that
P18.
bad start, from that horrible start of the race.
Second flag. Good job. You did
But
the best you could.
we did it. P18 ended up being P11 in the amateur class. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We gained 4 positions in our last stint after our pit stop. I just would like to thank Kieran for being my race engineer and helping me throughout this race. But guys, all I gotta say is consistency. We need to work on it. But I hope you guys have a great day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and peace. While I still remember, like and subscribe, guys. Peace.